My name is William Bill Akoo, and I was born in Nairobi, Kenya, in the year 1998. When I was born, my mom, she was 17 when she had me, and she was unable to take care of me, so my uncle took me in. And when my uncle took me in, I had to live with my aunt. And in that time, her and my mom got in disagreements, and they didn't like each other. So she kind of reflected her anger from my mom to me, and in that I grew up in an abusive home. I wasn't treated right, so I felt like the kid who God didn't look after, God didn't love. So in that, I didn't have a love for anybody else because I didn't have that love to give to other people. And when my mom got out of college, she took me in, and she stayed with me for a few years. And in that time, she ended up getting pregnant again. And when she got pregnant, I had my little brother. His name was Junior, and he was a light in the world for me. I promised myself, when I promised that kid, that there was nothing I would let happen to him that has happened to me. But unfortunately, after his first steps, he ended up passing away because my mom didn't really tell me the information behind it, but he was born sick. I remember during the funeral, my mom was screaming beyond her lips, and I remember asking myself, why are you giving me this life full of hatred, full of torture, full of anger, full of just this bad things that are happening to me, you know? In that same year, my mom also got sick, and in that she was unable to take care of me. And when I had to do this, the best thing I could do, and move back to my to live with my aunt. And as I continued living with her, I didn't honestly, I didn't see the point of me living. It got to the point where I would go to school, come back home, just do all the work she would tell me to do, and just go outside and just climb that tree that I always loved, and just sit there looking down, wondering, is this all? Like, is this it? Is this all the world has to give me? You know, is it worth it? Just those types of questions just kept roaming through my mind. And I remember there were moments where I would just commit to myself that this is it, but I never actually did it. I did convince myself one thing, and that was just to keep living life to where I know there's something good that's gonna happen. During that time, my aunt and her family also were planning to move to the United States. And when she tried that, she tried it twice, and the first time she tried it, she got denied because the government said, you can't come to the United States because this and this, mainly family reasons. But she couldn't be, she couldn't be convinced, so she tried a second time. And the second time she tried, she thought, hey, let me do something different, and let me include William as one of my children. My mom, she was devastated. I couldn't even look her in the eye because she had just lost her son, and now she was about to lose another one in the course of a year. So she was devastated, and I myself, I was scared. I honestly didn't have a say in what was going to end up. So we ended up moving to the States, and when I was beginning to apply for my college, I remember this pop-up video popped up, and it was a video by the man named Clayton King. I can honestly tell you, Clayton King basically described everything, my whole life story from beginning to end, and he showed me the love of Christ. He showed me the motive of Christ and why he does what he does through the book Isaiah in chapter 41 verse 10. And I remember him highlighting that one verse saying, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. When I heard it come out of his mouth for the first time, my mom was calling me to come wash dishes, but I didn't even listen to her. I was just sitting there crying, watching. That night, I promised myself that I'll do anything and everything to at least meet this individual that has shown me the love of Christ. And in that, I researched Clayton King, and I found out that he worked as a campus pastor at Liberty University, and that's when I decided to apply here. And as we got up here, that first week, Clayton King arrived, and he came here, and he preached the same content. He preached back on that video I saw, and I was like, oh my goodness, God, like, if this is truly you, please continue to expose yourself to me. And he quoted that same scripture, and I remember him asking us, hey, if you feel convicted, if you feel God is calling you to move, I want you to stand up and move. And that's when I became a believer. And on that that I'm gonna live every day having a smile on my face because this world, Satan cannot give me or cannot throw at me anything that I have not already endured. That Thanksgiving break, I remember going home, and I remember just meeting up with my aunt. That break, the way I expressed myself to her, just kind of shunned her, and she gave her life to Christ. I know that my family is not, it's not perfect, but I know it's been perfected, just like my life. It's been perfected by God, and as long as I put my trust in Him, there's nothing I need to be worried about because He's already taken care of it.